live.
Hello, and welcome to tonight's episode of Born or Rage. We are the Untold Stories Project, and this is our Werewolf the Apocalypse game set in White Wolf's World of Darkness. My name is Jonesy, and I'll be the storyteller for this evening. Quick note for those unfamiliar with the World of Darkness: this is a horror setting where the players take on the role of monsters. In our case, they are werewolves. Uh, a quick note about the content for the stream: this is a horror game, so players may engage in adult language and content at times, including graphic violence and gore, um, and they may encounter offensive language. Uh, if those are topics that you're uncomfortable with, we totally understand, and we recommend that you and hope that you check out one of our other great streams, such as um, our Nether War um, Mutants Masterminds game or our Pathfinder podcast. With that, I do want to have my pack go ahead and introduce themselves. Why don't you let the viewers know who you are and who you're playing?
Well, hello everybody. My name is Alex, and I am playing Darren, who is a Get of Fenris Arun, the pack alpha of the Trail Mix pack, as well as the Nexus Slayer and the Thrower of Lexuses.
Evening, everybody. I'm Aaron. I'm playing Kennedy, Blood on the Dance Floor, Donovan. Kennedy is a Fianna Galliard. She is also a very, very angry Celtic girl in ancient Roman times. What could possibly go wrong with that?
Hey everybody, I am playing Killian Jackson, pushing around the name Chrome Fang, haven't said it out loud. Everybody's favorite $6 million dog, and I am a Glasswalk Ragabash, and I'll go ahead and pass it off.
I am Andy, no, not that one, and I am playing Dell, a lupus of the Children of Gaia. His career name is Speak Softly, but the only time that I can think of that he's raised his voice have been to greet the sun in the morning and to make everybody's guns stop working. Just seems to be very little middle ground.
All right, I just have to interject. As your pack Galliard, I was entirely on board with Chrome Fang until you said $6 million dog.
I don't have to have both, I gotta have one.
I'd also like to point out that ever since Dell used that kill the weapons thing, I don't think Darren shot his gun.
No one's even pulled a gun since then.
I need to fix that. I'm going to shoot some of these Black Spiral dancers.
Are you sure your gun works right now?
I'm not positive.
Yeah.
I don't know how the Umbra works. Can you even bring guns into the Umbra?
It's all about the journey, not
Actually,
the destination.
sort of, yes. Kind of can.
Depends on the rules for the specific realm you're going into.
Yeah. And whether or not David Cronenberg's made a movie about them.
Yeah, you might have a flintlock in your pocket right now.
Oh my god. Then
With that, thank you. I'm gonna quick reminder for those tuning in. We are a small independent channel. Our goal is to highlight games settings that don't get as much love as some of the more established RPGs out there. With that, if you like what we're doing, by all means, please consider following, subscribing, telling your friends about our channel. All that stuff really helps us as far as being able to make more content. So we do appreciate that. With that being said, if you do like, follow, share, subscribe, all that cool stuff, you can go ahead and unlock bonus dice that will help the pack out. And they might need it. So the poor pack, they have recently been hopping around the Umbra. They were given 3 Talon trinkets that would unlock paths into the different deep parts of the Umbra. I can talk tonight, really I can. And with that, they managed to go to the Cyber Realm and do a mission there where they encountered a rather powerful Weaver spirit known as Legend Lore, where they learned about 4 great worm spirits that have been kicking around, and that each of the pack in some shape or form has encountered one or more of those members in their past, thanks to their ancestors. Currently, they are jumping around a shard realm that's an echo of ancient Rome, and they have recently uh, landed here, kind of got the lay of the land, and are following up on some leads to Darren's past life, um, where he might have been related to a member of a silver pact from Roman times. At this point, they have tracked some other guru and are currently camped outside of a rather large, wealthy villa in the hills surrounding Rome. And it seems that there's shenanigans going on, where they have seen several guru partying up and seem to be feasting on the bodies of the dead. And that's where we find our pack tonight. Um, was there anything the pack wanted to add?
No, I think that pretty much covers it.
Awesome. So with that, like I said, you have recently made your way to the edges of this villa. The five of you, the four pack members, and a small bit from the cyber realm that's been following around Killian ever since he got his new arm. Yeah, Killian may have lost an arm in the cyber realm and got a replacement.
It's a cool replacement, though.
So, exactly.
I agree.
And
Somebody in the camp.
and the pack finds themselves, like I said, inside of a rather large villa. It's late at night under a bright full moon in this little shard realm. There are several torches and fires lighting up the villa itself. Most of the activity seems to be coming from the rather large garden, which is kind of in the center of the main complex. There is different wings and rooms leading off from the north, east, and south of the main garden area. And you can, like I said, you can hear the sounds of revelry and partying and celebration and howls as you approach. You did see what appears to be Guru in Krynos form, as well as humans in Hamlet form. So with that, is there something, and what in particular would the pack like to do?
That is a good question. What do we want to do here?
A less simple question than it sounds like.
I mean, if we're in the Umbra, these people are either just memories that are constantly repeating, or they're real werewolves that can kill us all.
Either way, they could probably kill us all.
See, that even makes the equation worse.
The distinction between them being memories and real werewolves, there is no distinction as far as the Umbra is concerned.
Yeah, it's if you die in the dream, you die in real life.
Well, our spirit journey or whatever has taken us this far, so I think we need to figure out whatever's in this villa. I would like to do it stealthily if we can, without attracting the attention of these wolves. And I'll just sort of look pointedly at Riverdale.
Hey, I can do it stealthy. I can do not dead.
I don't know if we're supposed to be looking for Ulrich, my ancestor, or just what information is here. But
I'm pretty sure it would be wise for us to speak with him if we can find him.
Yeah, so I think if we can get somebody to go in and look around without attracting any attention and come back to at least tell us what's going on the inside, then we can make a more informed decision.
Not a terrible plan.
And those of us who are not good at sneaking, like me, should hang back here for a while until somebody comes back.
All as one. Everybody just kind of turns and looks at Dell. Like,
Dell and Riverdale, go with backup. We use the buddy system here in the Trail Mix pack.
I'm gonna turn to Bit. Bit, how do you hide? Well or bad?
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Try phrasing it as a yes/no question.
Bit, can you change color?
oh,
He changes colors.
Oh, he does?
He does. He said yes.
Oh,
I missed that.
Bit, can you turn dark blue for me?
And with that, he'll shift his color to dark blue.
There we go. That's the best we can do.
Right. This is going to go wonderfully. Hey, Jonesy.
Yes.
Is there anything resembling a lantern or some other form of fire?
Yeah. I mean, it's an ancient Roman villa. That's all that they're using to light up the place. I mean, it's night, so yeah, there are torches and there are lanterns, and
Right.
it is a stone building, but there is gardens and there are linens, and you assume that there'd be sheets and stuff that you could probably also set on fire.
Okay. Kennedy is going to grab a lantern so that if she hears something go south, she can start a fire to hopefully cause a distraction.
I
Good
like
choice.
this. I like this.
Yeah, actually, that sounds like fun.
Bit, can you turn invisible?
No.
Step 1, stealth. Step 2, panic. Step 3, arson.
Follow-up question for Bit. Can you survive being put in Dell's mouth?
What?
Bill's not. Bit's not a cookie.
And Bit seems like he's trying. Whenever he answers yes or no, he actually shifts slightly. His he looks like a little hexagon shape, a little D20, and basically when he says no, the edges become sharper and takes this reddish color on, and when he says yes, he becomes more smooth and more of a bright blue, and he looks like he was trying to say yes and no at the same time when you said that. And nothing came out, and he's just like, "Eh," and then went back to his inert state.
I broke him. Now he speaks maybe.
Now he will only roll ones until for the rest of eternity.
Or
Here we go.
Riverdale, can you put him in your backpack? He doesn't have to. He produces light. I don't want him to.
Does it produce light?
Just a little bit. I mean, he does glow a little bit.
Yeah, but he's dark blue. He's fine. It's a night sky. It's night. It's basically a star.
He gives off less light than a torch does,
Yeah.
if that matters.
Matters in the dark.
Matters
Fine.
if
There's
it's
already fires around here.
Yeah.
Well, have them change to be vaguely fire colored, and then they won't question it twice.
They'll just question that patrol out there with the dim torch. I don't know. Just get in the backpack a bit. He's not my pet. He's just kind of here, so we'll see what happens.
He's your pet. He's
no,
cute.
He's not.
I like him.
I'm picturing him riding along in your backpack like Gizmo, for crying out loud. Yeah, he's your pet. He is now, whether you meant him to be or not.
Hey, he's like pet, like that chimp in Speed Racer's trunk.
Jim?
Yeah.
Why do I remember that?
Oh, I know why I remember that. Because I actually bought that movie in HD. And I love it very much.
Don't think of the movie first.
John Goodman beats up ninjas. It's worth watching.
I mean, I agree, but
I was not looking at the map part of the map when I started talking. No, I'm
All right,
scared.
stealthy wolves.
Yes. Okay. Yep. Used to stay in lupus form. Yep. And
I'm gonna Let's change it to my most dexterous form.
Lupus then, eh?
Krynos.
Interesting. No, well, you know what? You'll fit right in, honestly. That's, I mean, there's Krynos Guru already kicking around in there.
Yep.
Hooray.
Yeah, although your most dexterous would be Lupus.
Smallest, fastest.
Dex. Actually, they're tied.
They shouldn't be. Krynos should only give you a +1.
I'm talking Lupus and Hispo.
Oh,
yes.
right.
Yeah.
And Hispo has more.
Nasty bite.
Choppy chomp chomp the bite.
Oh, yes, that too.
I'll switch to Hispo and just, trot my way in stealthily, if that's a sentence.
I believe in you guys. Good luck. If you're in any trouble, just yell real loud. We'll come help.
That's the one good thing about just being Lupus. Like, wherever you go, you're dressed properly.
Yeah.
Like, woof, woof, let's go.
So, Jonesy, what are the rules?
To go to Lupus, you don't need to roll because you're in the Umbra.
I mean, for the whole stealth situation. What are we doing?
Yeah,
Are we
well,
trying are we trying to not be seen, period, or are we just trying to not be obvious?
I would prefer not seen, period, but if
Cool. Me too. I'm socially anxious. But...
Yeah, I don't want you two to have to talk your way out of the situation.
No.
Historically speaking, that's not one of our strong suits as a pack.
Dell would not succeed there, probably. Okay, so yeah.
I'm going to need a Dex and it's going to be a Dex check and stealth.
What's the diff?
A diff is going to be 6 because this is an opposed test.
Oh,
This is not a terrible place to use a bonus die or a willpower point.
I'm out of willpower. I'm gambling with my own money. But 4. 4 with a 10.
Am I my correct form? Double checking.
Yeah, make sure you're in your.
Yep.
You update your sheet so that you get his bonuses.
Whoops. I was see. That's why I said it. I was in his bow. That's 3 for Dell.
Awesome. So with that, the two of you have slowly started stinking your way into the villa. As you make your way into the villa, you get a much better view of the garden area. Like I said, you saw several people moving around, you saw several shadows, and as you get in there, you see what appears to be a cluster of Guru in Krynos form near the back of the garden area. Near them are several other Guru hanging suspended in the air in looks like ropes and chains.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, because that's so much better.
It's better than magic.
And around the so if you're looking at the map, the ones with the little like copper bronze-esque looking token rings,
Yeah.
token rings. Those are all the ones hanging from the ceiling.
Wow.
You also see several looks like Romans in Hamid. So you're assuming they're either kinfolk or just mortals. They are all dead.
Oh.
The other guru that you see around, those ones that I'm tinging, they also have the copperish color. They're on the ground dead.
I see.
The one near the closest to you, you see 2 dead bodies. One of them kind of on the walkway around the garden, and one lying right in the garden area. And he seems to have a Roman wearing kind of shredded, dirty rags for clothing, kind of hunched down over him, and seems to be eating him.
Well, That dead guy doesn't look like our guy.
No.
And you see, and you can hear movement and sounds coming from some of the other buildings nearby. Some of the other rooms that lead off of the garden. You did notice that there are the west wall between the garden area leads. It's just a wall. There's no other rooms past to that side, but there is an archway that leads out of the garden that direction. To the north, you see several archways that lead into other rooms. And then on the east, there's also several more rooms that lead off. Some of them have small archways, and some of them, but none of them seem to have doors that are currently in place. The main steps and walkway that you came through does have some doors, but they've all been currently propped open.
Well, let's get closer and get a good listen. Maybe they're talking shit.
Yeah, we should skulk. I would skulk around the. Probably skulk around like up the west side and kind of try to get. I don't know how to make a ting on the map, unfortunately. But I would sort of.
You just
kind of up that. You just tap on it.
click
you
on
just
where you want to go.
Click on it and hold it.
Ah, okay, yeah. So I was thinking maybe kind of like in the shadows, sort of over in here.
Okay.
Is like so we're kind of close enough that we might be able to hear them, but like that.
Like
they're
that?
gonna have. What? Yeah, like kind of around that side. Yeah. Everybody's using like fun draw tools and stuff like that because they know
I'm a
roll
painter.
20, and I don't. But yeah, I'm thinking like in that kind of that general area. We're close enough that we can hear kind of the main knot, but not in anybody's line of sight.
Awesome.
Down.
So, with that, go ahead and make me a perception check. I'm going to need you to make a perception and alertness roll.
Powers roll.
And
bear
remember,
in mind. Oh, you're about to say the same thing, weren't you?
remember that if there's any bonuses or anything for gifts or for
Being in lupus form.
being in the appropriate forms, yeah.
Oh, actually, if you're in Hispo, you're not gonna. I don't think you get it. But if you're in lupus, you get a -2 difficulty for perception rolls.
And this is going to be difficulty. Well, let me ask this: just how close are you willing to get?
It's a dangerous question. Is this a multiple choice test, or do we have to give you a number?
Like, my instinct is to be kind of like digging the map again, kind of over there, because I don't know what's in this top room up here. I don't know what's in there, and there's going to be more chance of light along the north side of this little kind of plaza. So I figured like kind of over in here is where.
I'm gonna defer to Dell's judgment.
That's where Dell's
has better listening.
That is kind of my
than me.
instinctive idea.
Okay.
Is sort of up in there.
So go ahead and make me a perception check with difficulty 7.
Perception and, or is it just perception?
Perception and alertness.
I have 0 successes.
Where is it? Where is it?
Actually, Killian, you should have 1 because in Hispo form, you actually do reduce the difficulty of perception checks by 1.
Aha!
Ooh.
Not as good as lupus, but not.
For crying out loud, you just told me. Perception and,
That's
I'm
bad.
sorry,
So
alertness.
I got 1 then.
Awesome.
Okay, so do not have a mod that I'm aware of. And what was the diff you said?
7.
Okay.
7 before racial modifier.
Right. Wow. How'd it come out? 4 successes.
Okay, so you start skulking your way up. And I'm gonna just move you 2 over here just so you can get a better idea.
Sure.
So you're good you get to about here when you kind of start making out and hearing voices and stuff. So
We're making
you
out
can,
now.
you can, both of you managed as you get a little closer. You can see that there are people in that room up ahead. You see what looks like a rather well-to-do Roman woman wearing rather nice garb, and skulking near her is a pretty much looks like almost like a silhouette of a man. Stop. As I knew where you're gonna go. I heard it.
You didn't say anything.
None of us said it. We deserve cookies.
Sorry, and but he doesn't seem to be like reflecting a lot of light. He just is kind of skulking over there in the corner, and he looks rather tall and thin, and generally unsettling. And to the room next to them, just to the right of that room, you see what appears to be the legs of a Roman citizen sticking out from the room. Looks like he's been grabbed and drug in there. His body's been dragged and drug in there. And seems to be someone hunched down over him as well. And you got 4 successes, right, Del?
Yeah. 4 really lovely successes. Full of lovely details.
Let me go ahead and... so you're pretty sure there's a couple more people back farther in that room behind that woman and that dark, spooky gentleman.
Okay.
The guru in the center, they're kind of gathered near where the 4 that are hanging from the makeshift braces off of the columns that surround the garden. You see that they may or may not be dead. If they're not dead, they're pretty close to being dead. There's a rather large amount of blood kind of spilled around them on the ground. And one of the guru, who you think is definitely the leader, he's wearing black. He's got black fur. He seems to be armed with a sheath and a rather large-looking blade. He's currently holding a gold chalice, and he's currently filling it with the blood from one of the guru hanging from the roof.
That's a vampire.
So, Del, what's our next move?
I'm not sure how much closer we dare to get at this point. That's all very unpleasant.
They're just eating right now, apparently.
Something of the sort. I'm not sure. I don't think that. Do you think that the 5 of us would have a chance against all of them?
Honestly, I don't know what to believe anymore. We might be able to just clock them, or we might just be arranging our funeral right now. What about the spooky dude, Slender Man?
I don't know much about.
If you want, you can use Sense Worm.
Can I? Oh, that's right. We all do have Sense Worm now.
Yes.
I forgot. I was being
I don't need Sense Worm. Every time I'm uncomfortable, I just know.
I'm pretty sure there's worm just like kicking around this place, like nobody's nobody's business. So let's see. It is a spend the gnosis, perception, occult, diff 6. Where's my gnosis? Here's my bloody gnosis. There we go.
Like I said, it's up to you. I'm like, you don't have to. I was.
But don't let Kennedy hear you say that. She'll beat you up.
Dude's
She beat me
drinking,
up.
dude's drinking blood. People are eating like human flesh. I mean, I feel like sensing worm would be kind of not necessary here.
redundant.
You know, I mean, we are into Cthulhu Fatagan territory pretty much. Like, this is not. I don't think we have to worry too much about motivation.
That's like having a Geiger counter turn on. Let's get out of here.
Kind of how I'm feeling, unless we can get unless anybody's having a conversation that it's worth our trouble to listen to. But it seems like nobody wants to talk with their mouth full.
So, as you guys are kind of sitting there camped debating what you should do, the one guru who's filled up the chalice lifts it up and for the glory of Rome, for the glory of Grandfather Thunder, we salute you and give you this offering. And as he tips back the chalice and starts to drink, there's a peal of thunder that a thunderclap that echoes throughout the area. There's no storm clouds, by the way. It's a nice clear night.
No,
Yeah. So I would like to go home.
that's going to be enough to. Yeah, I'm with you.
Oh.
Loud noises are where Del draws the line.
This man can control the weather.
Not exactly. No, the man is a shadow lord, and yes, this is bad. Okay, we had better go and report what we have found, and let Daddy Darren decide how we're going to get ourselves killed.
So, outside, the two of you are hanging outside, hear a clap of thunder, and there's no clouds in sight.
Somewhere in my little get brain, I get really excited.
It's not about Thor, I don't think.
Don't tread on my joy, Kennedy.
We had already seen signs that they were Shadow Lords, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, because that happened last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah.
Aaron, they're Shadow Lords. Their totem is Grandfather Thunder.
Yeah.
And if it's clapping, it's not necessarily a good thing.
Is Grandfather Thunder not Thor?
I mean, in the sense that Odin is Santa Claus, sure, but
You're pretty sure that some follow Grandfather Thunder in the guise of Thor.
yeah,
I'm still gonna
You know,
punch Odin in his good eye.
that's fine. But it's all kind of, wibbly wobbly, different meanings, different faces for the same idea.
Mm.
I don't think that the Grandfather Thunder, as they worship him, is going to be recognizable to you as Thor.
Then I will curb my enthusiasm.
I'm considering that. No, I don't think this is a good thing.
I'm sure it's still a fight, but it's not the fight I was looking for.
Waiting to see if you were going to set anything on fire.
I'm considering it. I'm still
know.
waiting for you guys to come out. I'd rather not set it on fire while you're inside.
Truth.
Fine.
We don't need a charred Chad situation for our two
It's a
boys.
stone building. It's okay. Why am I arguing?
I don't know. I'm the one who has the gift that lets fire count as bashing damage.
Dang.
So with that, your two wayward pack members are gonna attempt to sneak on out.
I like the word attempt. That's an operative term.
It really is.
Yeah, it's a very loaded sentence you just spoke.
So
I'm feeling like, oh dear.
So, you quietly skulk back through the shadows, and as you get close to the entranceway, you do hear the kind of slurping and sucking noise of as the one guy that's kind of hunched over the dead guy has moved over to start chomping on uh, the dead guru.
Follow-up litany question: are we allowed to eat werewolves?
No.
No.
Okay, I'm just
You're really not.
just checking.
So
The lines here.
I'm gonna need another wits and perception and alertness check from you two.
Okay.
And that's going to be a difficulty 6. Just as needed for your.
I got 7.
I got 1 success. I know a thing.
You got 7.
My man knows it.
Well, you have me rolling perception alertness, and it's diff 6, except its difficulty is down by 2 because I'm in Lupa's form.
No, that's fine. I was just
Yeah.
damn.
Big money.
Yeah. No. That was. Yeah.
Okay.
No whammies.
So
Here's the plot.
yeah, I'm gonna tell you a whole lot more stuff.
Yay.
Exposition machine.
Because of the 7 successes, yeah. So let me just go over here. I'm gonna unhide some stuff for you.
Okay.
So there's a whole pile of dead bodies over there in that back room. And the little things that are, I say, kind of been skulking around and kind of hunched over, eating these dead citizens.
Yeah.
They seem to have really distorted features. They at first you would mistake them for Morians, because they kind of look rather distorted and grotesque and mutated. But upon observation, they seem to be leeches because they're feeding on the dead.
Vampires.
So they're all vampires.
Yeah, I was kind of with the blood chalice thing, but that was kind of like starting those wheels turning. And let's not even get into Slendy up there.
He was totally not a Nosferatu.
I love that Dell has played Slenderman.
No. That was. I'm sorry. That was Andy musing. But yeah, I guess Dell needs a better voice, a more distinct voice than that.
I mean, Killian also called him Slendy.
Well, that's very true. Though Dell was not there at the time.
But yeah, they seem to be rather, they're all dirty. They're wearing rags. They seem to be kind of just whatever the leech version of a bonar would be is what comes to mind.
Damn dirty thin bloods. Sorry, it's my venture shine.
So this is like the vampire version of people of Walmart. If you think about it.
Well,
Okay, so we're heading out even more quietly than we already were, which was pretty quiet.
Yep. And so you're able to regroup back with your pack mates. And you're able to give them an overview of what you saw inside.
So that all sounds terrible.
Did you find anything worthwhile in there for us to go get?
A lot of
Saw things in there that would have get us got, but that's about it.
Because based on your report, I'm all about just boarding up the doors and setting it on fire and killing anybody who runs outside. Like,
That's not a bad plan.
I see nothing wrong with this idea, honestly. I'm.
We're about to spice some wine. Let's get some torches.
But if there's any innocent people in there, maybe we,
Ah, it's the Umbra.
You're pretty sure the innocent people
They're dead.
are the ones that are being eaten.
Innocent people are alive down here. Crazy, man.
So.
Hey, Jonesy, can I ask a dumb question that I might have missed because I was
Huh?
trying not to listen since I wasn't in the room
Oh,
to see? But did you describe what the little purple ring token is?
I had actually been wondering
This one right here.
I don't see. Yeah, that one right there that you just pinged.
He seems to be the one in charge.
Okay,
He is the one that was holding up the chalice,
The
and
chalice.
drinking the blood.
got it. Okay, cool.
Yep. And that was just my way of making sure I can distinguish. And then the others seem to be his pack mates.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss something important. Like, look, it is clearly Darren's ancestor dead there.
No.
yeah, you didn't see anybody in there who looks like me, right? Like, if we set this place on fire, it's okay.
I didn't
if there's
see another
somebody in there
divorce
who
cop
looks
in
like-
the Roman Coliseum.
If there's somebody in there who looks like you, and they're eating the flesh of dead humans and Guru and drinking their blood and vampired up, then I don't really care. He's still going to be set on fire.
I mean, true.
Sorry.
No, I was more concerned with someone who looks like him who wasn't dead yet and wasn't eating the flesh of humans.
Very, very true. I may have misconstrued there.
Go ahead, and the two of you that were in there are welcome to make a wits and investigation check to see if you picked up any details on the dead guru, because there, like I said, there were dead guru around, and the ones hanging from the ceiling.
true.
I'm not really kicking it on investigation. How about I use a bonus die on that one
Sure.
to help out?
Ooh, I got 2 successes. And a 10.
And it's just a regular plain old diff 6.
Yes.
Jonesy, that dice hitting the ball sound is more
Holy
gratifying than the
crap.
delete the hero point sound.
I just went 4 for 4. Yeah, that's 4 successes. So yeah.
So,
Heck yeah.
the other guru that you've seen, you saw they were from various tribes that you easily go, well, that's obviously, you kind of pick up on, like, oh, that appears to be a Black Fury based on what she's wearing and the gear she's carrying, and you can see some of them, you can see like tribal glyphs and stuff that they're wearing with were wearing with honor. It looks like they may have been allies and or pack mates of Darren, but you didn't see any that immediately screamed out as "get" to you.
So there's that. So you I can't remember his name now. I have spaced the name of your ancestor, Darren.
Ulrich.
Ulrich. Ulrich is okay. So we did not see any sign of Ulrich in there. That's helpful.
And you got 4 on that, right? You said.
Yeah, I can't.
So
believe I
the
did.
other thing I will also let you know is the gentleman holding the chalice, what you think is the alpha, he was carrying a sheathed clave.
You had mentioned the blade, so
Yeah, so you've been around in your lupus, so I'll give this to you. It seemed that the clave he was carrying this as an assassin's clave.
Oh.
As if the guy wasn't shady enough already.
Yeah, because that just makes it so much nicer. Wow.
It did not appear that any of his pack mates were armed with claves, if that makes you feel any better.
Well, we may have to. So, does this change our plans, or to what degree does this change our plans?
I'm still team smoke the bees out.
Yeah, I don't know that we want to go in there in that closed space unless we can find a hallway to funnel them into to fight. Because the number difference is the problem.
Is that yes?
And I'm not sure how dangerous leeches are compared to us. I don't think we fought one, maybe?
We also have to be careful. There are people in this camp, so if we start a fire, people are going to come to it.
We definitely fought. We fought leeches back in Vancouver.
Canada. Yeah.
But or not Vancouver, but yeah, in Canada. Not a lot of them, I don't believe, but they were there.
There was a small pack of them that was working with the at the strip mining site, trying to wake up the ancient artifact.
Yeah, I think setting a fire and although Riverdale, you bring up a good point about it, maybe bringing some more people to investigate. If there's outlying camps of these monsters around.
The one thing I'm not getting a real feel for is the scale of the villa. Is there some kind of scale as far as for what each of the squares that we're looking at is?
Roughly 5 feet.
Okay, yeah. So no, there's no. We're not going to be able to Metal Guru solid that and just like stealthily take down one or two of them at a time.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Metal Guru solid.
It's a rather large villa, but it's not a sprawling complex. It's
a well-off middle class man. So
actually it's extremely well off. But yeah, this is
Ben, did you bring our cardboard box?
Blink.
All right. Yeah, I think our best plan is to draw their attention into one of the smaller rooms so we can fight them a few at a time.
Well, hang on. So there is this. There is this little archway in the outer wall here. I mean, we could make a little ball. We could maybe make a bottleneck out of that. There's not really any. I mean, eventually they'll get out around various other ways and come around the building or whatever. But if we are out here, just outside of this archway, then that's going to limit their ability to get at us. But I don't know to what degree that's going to help.
Shadow Lords don't have any honor, right? Like I can't just go in there and challenge the leader to a fight to the death.
I mean, they have honor, but I don't think it's going to go well.
Yeah, he has a very, very nasty flame. And the automobile hasn't been invented yet.
Exploding chariot.
I'm looking around for an exploding chariot. Do they have one?
No.
I mean, there are
For a hero point. Oh, you don't have those.
They don't have those in the
good.
system.
Con!
All right. Yeah, I mean, No, I don't like the idea of dividing and conquering because I don't think that would end well for us. I don't think we have the numbers for it.
Dividing and dying a lot.
Yeah.
Kennedy.
Yeah.
You're welcome to make me a wits and occult roll at difficulty 8.
Okay. Just to see what I know about vampires?
Yep.
Okay. Sure. Let's
How
try
did
it.
you?
Vampires, like most other sentient creatures, hate being set on fire.
That is just how the vampires do.
I got one.
You actually know that vampires, like Darren was mocking, saying that they don't like being set on fire, but they actually have an irrational fear of it. They have an irrational fear of sunlight and fire.
Well,
You could, if exposed to enough fire, they might fox frenzy.
right.
I'm not saying that you have to. I just you talked about fire earlier, so I want to make sure that
Right.
that you
No,
knew
I
in
mean,
character.
I'm okay with the. Sure. So Kennedy will mention that, and she'll say, if we can toss enough fire around, much like Guru, the wounds caused by fire are going to hurt the vampires, the leeches, just as badly as it would with us, where they can't use their powers to heal it the same way that we can't heal fire easily. But beyond that, they're also just irrationally afraid of it. If we could cause enough fire, we might be able to get some or all of the leeches to just run.
Well,
Don't call
here's a
me
question.
Turncoat Tim, but let's torch this bitch.
What's the situation on this side of the villa, Jonesy?
I don't know.
Can we get around over there?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. The whole you can get around the entire villa.
Okay, it's not like a cliff on that side.
Yeah, there's no cliffs. It's up in the hills, but it's up on a hill, and there's some vineyards and some stuff like that around it. But there's no like 50-foot drop or anything like that. Yeah.
So guys, if we go up along this way with our fire, and we chuck it through this window to where the leeches are, we could probably get them to panic and then cause a distraction out here in the yard. And is there fox frenzying like our fox frenzying, where they might run away or they might attack whoever's close by?
Well, a fox frenzy is just a runaway.
It's just a runaway. Okay. Well, that still takes out some of their firepower. And then we're stuck with how many Guru?
There's at least 4, from what they said. Not counting whoever's in the room with the weird Slenderman figure.
So, and if we do light the place up, I mean, the number of ways for them to get out is pretty small. We will have to be ready to fight them.
Yeah.
Right. See, that's more my thought is, do we really want to toss fire in and funnel them out of the little room into the big room where we're going to have to deal with them?
I guess when I was initially conceiving the plan, I was wondering if maybe they go out there and start attacking people. But if they won't do that, we should not do that.
I don't think they're going to do that. But
I think they would just run.
But if you look at, I mean, the number of ways for them to run, there aren't very many. We can just put a fire between them and whichever door we don't want them to come out. So, like, what if we were to, for example, set this section between where we're standing right now and the courtyard? If we were to set the fires here, they're not going to run through the fire to get out. They're going to run over here, out this side archway.
That's a very small murder door.
Exactly. All of us can get to whoever's coming through the door, and whoever's backed up behind them can't get to all of us.
I don't hate the plan, although the ones that you saw in the rooms further back would just go out those back windows, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but do you think they'd come back and try to fight us? Or do you think they'd just run off into the woods? Or the vineyards?
If they're Guru, I'm going to leave a building that I'm staying in that has been set on fire from a door that is not on fire, and then I'm going to go around to the front to see who set the damn thing. The leeches might run away in fear, but the Guru will come back to investigate.
I guess that is the question. Are those actually apertures? Are they doors or are they windows? Those are windows, right?
Which where?
Say like these here. Or is it just that open to the air?
I mean, they don't have glass, so the difference between a door and a window is really just a matter of scale.
Fair point. Well, that's yes, but
New plan. We look for the deed to the villain, then we uninvite all the vampires.
oh,
That makes sense. I like this. I like it. Feels a lot less scabby.
I don't think they actually have to abide by that. At least not all of them.
Yeah, Nosferatu don't have to. They never get invited anywhere. All right.
Uh,
Yeah,
all right,
I say we set a fire and we attack them and kill them.
yeah, or if we want to just run them out. I mean, I don't know if we can kill all of them. I don't know. We can't leave them here.
Fire time.
I wonder where Ulrich is. It's entirely possible that Ulrich could be one of the people further back in that room with the shadowy thing. He may or may not be there.
Yeah, there may be people that you don't see on the map.
Yeah.
And we'll go save them after the fire. Doesn't have to be a big
If we accidentally
fire.
kill my ancestor spirit, I don't cease to exist, right?
No, it's
Correct.
not a back to
Okay.
the future thing.
That's probably a big deal to Gaia though. So let's try not to kill my ancestor if he's here.
Right.
So for everybody at home, we're starting a moderate fire. And
Yeah,
a
I guess
fire the insurance company can't.
We're not
come.
really going to be burning down the whole building. It is, after all, a stone building.
Yeah. Well, a stucco building, but yeah.
Still, you know.
All right, I'd say let's do it. Let's go for it.
Go.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, the list is long.
I know, but I never learned to read.
We should ask Ben if he thinks it's a bad idea.
I can't read.
I think all these questions are starting to bother him. Keep getting really upset. Is that right, Bit?
All right.
All right, so just to be clear, our plan is set fires here and then quickly run around to the obvious exit.
Yes. So we can jump whoever comes out.
All right,
And that way they all can't come out at the same time.
right. I will be on. Kennedy will volunteer to be on team set things on fire.
I'm going to be on team punch people as they come out.
I'm going to probably be on not handling fire team as well. Or do we? I don't know.
Honestly, it probably only takes one of us to set the damn thing.
Yeah.
Kennedy's really good at setting fires, and they don't kill her like it kills the rest of us.
True.
If only there was a menace on your team.
Why?
Create element.
Oh, yeah,
We miss you, Oliver.
we do. I don't know if Oliver had create element, but
Who is an element in our team?
all right. So, yeah, I'm going to take my little Roman toga and soak it in the oil from the lamps, and then shift to Krynos.
I should be Krynos too. This seems like a great idea.
And light the damn thing and toss it. I'm also going to spend a Gnosis point to activate Master of Fire, so all fire damage is dashing.
I will shift into the usual Hispo myself.
So I guess that puts me here.
I will also shift into Krynos.
I think we should have everyone roll for initiative, just so I
Yep.
can track stuff.
Sure, I'm just trying to establish where we are before the shit goes down. God, this is going to be terrible.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
Oh, I
Liar.
did it again. I did it again. I forgot to click myself, and then I rolled a 19. It makes me so sad.
Fired.
I forgot we have to click ourselves.
Yeah. So that 19 is not going to stand.
Oh yeah, I
just
guess we haven't had to do that for Fallout.
Watch me roll a 2.
I can't click on my character. I can draw.
The 11 is not as good as the 19 was. Oh well. But the 11 will be okay.
There we go.
Yeah, I can
Go on the
adjust.
drawing tool.
Oh, okay.
I got an 18.
Yeah, I can adjust it. So I got
Oh.
you. I got your 19 there for you.
I appreciate it.
Cool. So with that, we're gonna have.
Oh yeah, Brian, you were drawing all over the map.
Yeah. I do that sometimes.
Hey Jonesy, for what it's worth, under the drawing tool, you should have a erase all drawings if you want to get rid of Brian's sketching.
And incidentally, I've also figured out how to erase your own scribbles if you want. You can just like
Select them.
No,
Yeah.
my art shall be permanent.
you just sort of draw the thing and then hit delete. Except I can't really do that. Whoop.
Brian's like one of those ancient Roman graffiti artists.
What did I just do?
That is a fun thing to Google if you haven't read about that yet.
Did I just?
You just deleted several of our tokens.
How the hell am I capable of doing? Oh, good God!
You deleted my turn order.
Because we can all control each other's tokens. So
You know what, Del?
you
This
should
is
be able
how
to
I
just
feel.
undo.
I'm sorry, you're all dead now.
This is how I feel.
Should be able to control Z undo.
I've been trying. It's not happening.
Oh. Well then.
Oh, Christ.
I call for intervention. Rep.
Yes, please, God.
Ref. Storyteller. Del
I'm
deleted
working
my
on-
token.
I'm working on it.
I'm sorry.
You just ate my mini.
I'm
Del-
actually angry that I can delete your tokens. I'm very sorry about that.
Del did not delete my token though. He just deleted everybody else's token.
No, I don't know how I. Yeah, what the?
And apparently, if I drag my token onto the map, it's huge. Yeah.
Well, you know.
Can you
Well,
resize him?
my-
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Okay. And your rolls are still in the chat in here, so I didn't just completely destroy everything, just mostly.
So what did you get, Kennedy, in your original roll?
I originally had a 14. I will take that 15, but I originally had a 14.
No, I can edit that. So
I know. I know.
so go ahead.
I'm just bitter. I have a high dex, and I never once rolled well on initiative. It makes me very sad.
Killian, go ahead and re-roll your initiative, and then I can get you back at your 18. Just so that way you're in the tracker.
Oh, okay, I got you. Oh baby, 20. 21.
Hey.
Oh.
No, you're only 18.
But I even called it out. Called it out for the fans.
Everybody rolled better on initiative than I got, but that's okay. Because my plan was wait for somebody to walk by so I could punch them. So hopefully somebody walks by and I can punch
So-
them.
You're like the cleanup hitter.
So with that, we have everyone sitting there for initiative. The three of you are clustered to try to attack anyone who flees from the building after you set it on fire. So with that, Kennedy
Yep.
starts setting things on fire.
She does.
My amazing fire drawing. So,
It works.
I'm going to need to make some tests real quick. Ooh, that's bad. Cool. Cool. So, and those are the only two places you're currently planning on setting the building on fire, right?
At the moment.
Okay. So with that, the nearby vampires, they both roll horribly on their fear checks, and begin to run away. Oh, darn! Need to get on the right tool.
Yeah.
So, and they both begin to run for the first opening that they're aware of. The group in the back panics and begins to run off away from the fire. So, So the two Nosferatu, I'll tell you right now, the Nosferatu come fleeing for their lives away from the fire. Fire, bad. As they're fleeing, Kennedy, you do have time to rejoin the pack and or go a different direction and investigate something else if you'd rather. Just let me know what you want to do.
I feel like I should rejoin the pack, but there's a little part of Kennedy that is waiting to see if someone is dumb enough to come through the fire.
Okay.
So, yeah, she's going to move right there, just kind of closer to... Well, no. She's going to stay there because they could come through either door. Yep, she's going to wait.
Cool. So we're going to go ahead and... they were rushing towards the door, and as they come out, because of the way that they are an initiative, I'm actually going to have it start at the bottom of the round, which is going to be Darren, and then roll over to the top of the round. Right. Darren, what would you like to do as a Nosferatu comes barreling out, moving at an excessively unnatural speed?
I would like to grab him by his head and make it two separate parts.
You can attempt to do so.
With my claws. Here we go.
Yep. Dun, 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 dun.
2 successes.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. And that is aggravated damage. Aggravated damage. With 1 extra success.
Yeah.
7 ag.
Ooh.
Ooh.
They can soak ag, but ow.
What does good old Bad Ears think about that?
He does not like that, Sam I am.
It was her. I didn't like it.
Yeah, so with that, he comes rushing on out, and you try to go grab him, and you get your one hand and you sink your claws into it. The other hand scrapes past him. It doesn't quite get a good enough grab on it to get a hold and rip him, but you do sink pretty much most of your claw into the side of its face.
Oh, if I get a hold of you, I'm splitting your head like Rafiki in The Lion King.
Oh. Top of the round.
I feel like I
Del.
watched a very different version of The Lion King than you did.
I was wondering.
You know, the fruit thing that Rafiki splits and rubs the juice on Simba's head.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Oh,
That's what I'm going to do to his head. And then I'll get the
that's
juice
a
and
lot.
I'll rub it on
You were not-
Riverdale.
You were not putting it on me.
He's gonna melon ball him. Del, what would you like to do?
Uh,
I was just thinking, when did that gruesome scene happen in Lion King?
it was in the director's cut, the unrated version.
Quentin Tarantino did some edits.
Lion King, World of Darkness.
So I can't. I'm assuming I can't see the other Nosferatu hasn't come barreling out the door just yet, has he?
Actually, he should also come barreling out the door. So
Okay. Then I think it's basically going to be like catching a really, really rubbery, blubbery frisbee. I'm going to hispo bite.
Okay.
So it is just a plain old dex roll. I'm not even going to look at that. I'm just going to click the thing. That would be 5 successes. Very nice. Then damage.
I should have made him venture.
So I have 4 additional successes. That will be 6 very toothy ag done to the latest barrel.
I should have made them. Hey, who did we live?
Hmm?
I should have made them venture. That way they would have fortitude.
Aw. Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's just gonna try and like grab her and like just bring it down.
Okay.
You know.
Awesome. And with that, you grab and pull of the Nosferatu. You try to pull the Nosferatu down. Killian, what would you like to do?
I don't know. Is the guy Darren tried to split in half, not unsplit in half?
That is correct. His part of his head's caved in, but he's not down yet.
I would like to assist him.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
he is still up and moving, and looks like he wants to eat Darren.
Oh. Darren, that man wants to hit you.
Last litany clarification. Can we eat vampires?
I would not eat vampires.
Why would you want to?
I mean, we're allowed to, but it's dead. It's like eating carrion.
And
You're better.
I got 2 successes.
Nobody should eat Nosferatu anyway.
So,
Or 5 aggravated as I bite his leg to try to separate him like Darren wants.
so with that, the Nosferatu had come barreling out. Darren had grabbed him and basically buried his claw into the side of his head, and didn't quite get enough to rip him in half. And with that, Killian grabs him by the upper thigh and yanks on him, and literally pulls him out of Darren's claws. And between that and the bite, kind of shreds him into pieces.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Actually,
I will spit out the disgusting piece of garbage and take cover behind this wall to clock the next unsuspecting Nosferatu. That'll be my turn.
With that, a clap of thunder goes off.
ooh.
Killian, what would you like to do? Sorry, Kennedy, what would you like to do?
Regret my life choices. Kennedy's just going to grab that gladius and hold steady. I guess if anyone comes running through those flames, she's going to try to stab him with the gladius.
Awesome. Brings it to my vampire. So my one vampire is still up and running around. He is going to. He's frenzied and he's being attacked, so he's going to try to bite back.
Yeah, I expected that.
He did manage to hit. I'm going to need a soak roll from you.
What am I soaking?
You're soaking aggravated damage,
I figured.
as he has spun around and his kind of jaw kind of unhooks a little bit as he
Ew.
bites into you.
Ew.
You hate to see it, man.
No, that was, well, I mean, I really don't want to see it from this close.
So,
Don't be scared of him, Dell. Give him the old Peter Jackson King Kong.
I never saw that. And
Well, he does what
and also
that
what?
guy's doing to you.
I have successfully soaked 3.
you take 1 point of lethal, aggravated damage.
Okay.
And
I'm not sure how to denote aggravated. I'm assuming the red X is aggravated. Here we go.
Yeah.
I'll go with that. Okay.
with that, he is latched on and has bit you and basically just sunk his teeth into you.
Oh, bitch,
Oh.
no. No.
Darren, what would you like to do?
There's another vampire right here, right?
Yes, there is.
There's a
Right here,
there's
as a matter of fact.
latched onto your
Just
pack
right-
mate as a tick.
Yeah, right about there.
You know the best way to remove ticks? You have to make sure you take their head off with the body.
That
You don't want to leave it buried in Dell. He wouldn't like that.
You don't want an infection, though. Let him get it.
I have no. I'm not trying to stop you. I'm just trying to stop it.
Well, I got 5 successes on the to-hit roll.
Oh,
Just don't throw a
Good
car at it.
start.
big
Okay.
beefy damage.
That's a hit, yeah.
Yes.
And I got 10 ag.
Oh.
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 Oh,
Ooh. Why are we making sympathetic noises? We wanted this to happen.
We did.
You asked for this. Are you not entertained?
it's just one smooth motion.
So with that, how do you dispatch the vampire?
Yeah, I grab him around the neck from where he's biting into Dell, and I grab up underneath his jaw, and I just rip until his head becomes a two-piece. And throw the Buffy dust all over the place. I don't know what happens to vampires when they die.
It depends on how old they are. So this one does not dust.
Mm.
They're not old enough to dust.
Then I unfortunately spray Dell with a bunch of centuries-old blood.
Honestly, that's probably the least weird part of it.
It's not the first time.
Yeah. You get used to it.
So
It comes
that's the
out.
end of our first round of combat. You've dispatched and with that, the Shellards have stomped across the garden, and one of them makes eye contact with you, Kennedy.
I thought that might happen.
Oh dear.
So, and with that is where we'll take our quick break where we go stretch and get drinks and all that stuff, and we'll be right back with more vampire werewolf shenanigans.
Murder, 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 murder.
I can hear the metal album playing in Mortis's van. Alright, we'll be back in just a couple minutes.